Hey guys, and welcome to Day Scott, where I bring you daily content on entrepreneurship and personal growth. How do I bring you that daily content? Simple. The way I bring you that daily content is day to day. As you know, as an entrepreneur or someone who's hungry for personal development, we learn so much. We learn from reading blogs, from listening to mentors, from just doing client work, from just day to day work and grinding through. And that's what I do, is I curate my learning from each day into daily content that you'll gain value from and I'll gain value from, because it allows me to rehash my knowledge, so it allows me to further understand what I know, and it allows me to have those light bulb moments which you'll see in this video. As well, you get to learn from my failures, you get to learn from what I've been struggling with that day in the past few days, and you'll get to learn. This is so good, and so not just good, it's outstanding, because it's all about learning when you're going through the entrepreneurial journey and building your business. It's about learning fast, it's about learning really quickly, and understanding that learning is a huge part of the journey as an entrepreneur, and failure is also a huge part. Failure is a beautiful part of an entrepreneur's journey. You must have a very good relationship with failure, and that's what this channel is going to allow you to be, allow you to have, is allow you to feel comfortable to have a great relationship with failure by learning from my failure and see how happy I am with it, because it means that you've learned something. And that's what you should do. You should go to bed every day knowing you've learned something. It doesn't matter if you failed, you've learned something, and that's the key thing, because you know you won't do it tomorrow. It's ready to be better for you and your business. So it's very key, and that's why I do this channel, is so people can learn and I can build a community for entrepreneurs to feel confident to come together and help each other to achieve their desires and dreams. So this video is a fun one because this is about a lottery, as there was a Euro Millions of £95 million that went on today, and it's really, I want to get into sort of, as you see from the title, if you won the lottery tomorrow, would you be happy? Now, no doubt all of you have got a very quick answer to that of yes, but let's really discuss this in the video, and I would question whether you'd be saying that by the end of this video. So let's discuss in this video and let's see what you think. Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm gonna have a sip of beer because it's Friday and I can. It's Carling. Carling's disgusting. It's disgusting, but it's all we've got. But I don't usually drink Carling, so don't worry. It's an awful beer. Anyway, let's get on to the video, shall we? So, if you won the lottery tomorrow, would you be happy? And no doubt, most of you saying, yeah, of course I would. Nah, I mean, 95, I mean, like, Jesus. I mean, that is a serious bit of money there. But I really want to delve into, really, would you be happy? And this is what I questioned it when I was looking at this ad. So I'll give you the context of the story, and then we'll dive into sort of the ifs and buts about it. So I never do the lotto. I can't even remember when I last did it. I just don't do it. I just can't really be asked spent. I think it's just too expensive. I just think it's a waste of money, because the odds of winning is just ridiculous. So I never do it. However, I saw this ad. I was on the bus going to work, and I saw this ad, and it was big. I'll show you now. Actually, I'll show you now because I can screen share. There we go. Boom. There we go. There's the ad, and it said tonight 94 million. So it wasn't 95, 94 million jackpot, which is like that dig piqued my interest. But even looking at that, I was still like, do I really want to get that in one go? Like, would that honestly make me happy? That amount of money, that amount of nearly £100 million, would that honestly make me happy? And what I found even more interesting was this little bit here, was nicer problems to have. That's the little quote, was nicer problems to have. And that really caught my eye and made me think really deeply about it. Let me just get back to me. There we go. I think it made me really think about it, because is it really nicer problems to have? And yes, you may think at the start, yes it is. But let's really delve into what these problems could be. So I thought to myself, and honestly I felt I honestly at first like had no interest. It piqued my interest. I go, wow, it's 95 mil. That sounds quite interesting. But I honestly at first like I don't want it. Like I honestly don't want it. And believe me or not, it's up to you. But I honestly didn't want it. And I was just like, oh, I wouldn't want that amount of money straight away because I don't know what it would do to me. I feel like I'm self-aware, but at the end of the day, would I lose a sense of purpose? Do I honestly love enough what I do in order to go to work tomorrow if I had 94 mil in the bank? I don't know. If I'm being honest, I mean, let's be honest. I don't think I could tell you until it happened. I really don't. And then there's all the issues of how do you deal with splitting it up? With giving it, because obviously suddenly you've got all your friends are entitled to it and all your family's entitled to some of it. Suddenly everyone comes up the woodworks and everyone's entitled to a piece because they've been your friend for your whole life, so you should give them something. And if you're not, then you're a cheap bastard and you're full of shit and you're an arsehole because you haven't given them any money because you got 95 million and you don't deserve to have friends. So it suddenly creates this horrendous polluted atmosphere because you've got this money and everyone feels this entitlement to it. And that's what freaked me out about it. And when it said when it said nicer problems to have, because I don't think it is nicer problems to have, because suddenly you could lose friends over this, you could lose family members over this, which is really going to tell more about their character than yours. But at the end of the day, it can happen, and it will happen, and it has happened, as I'll give you some facts in a minute and later in the video. So that would be my serious concern. That's what made me very hesitant. But then my curiosity, I went, you know what, Scott, you never do it. I hadn't, like I said, I don't remember doing a lotto for like 5, 6, 7 years. I have no clue when I last did it. So I said, you know what, I'll just do this one time. I'll just give it a go. And again, believe me or not, I genuinely didn't feel that asked about winning it. And I went to the shop, and I was even that alien to doing it. I didn't even know how to fill it out. There were 3 different forms for the same thing. I didn't really get it. One was hot picks. There was like another one. I didn't really understand any of it. I was stood there looking at it for ages, like, I don't get what I'm supposed to. I was reading it. I just didn't really understand it. I nearly left it. I went, right, I'll just ask him. And I went to the cashier, the guy at the desk, and I went and spoke to him. And said, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. I spoke to him and said, yep, you just do this. And I allowed the machine to choose the numbers for me because I thought there's no point. It's just going to be random anyway. There's no point me doing it. Just get the machine to do it. And then he was like, oh, do you want another one? Do you want to play another one? I said, no, you only need one. And he laughed because at the end of the day, why would I need 2? I only need 1 to win. So I had 1. And sort of at the end of our conversation, sort of paying for it, it's £2.50. I mean, that's a lot. No wonder they have these millions of pounds to give out. He dropped the biggest answer ever, because I said to him, if I win, as a joke, I said, if I win, I'll give you 1 mil, mate, for giving me the lottery, the winning ticket. And then he said the one thing that answered everything that I think I already knew, but didn't allow to get the better of me in order to stop me buying it. He only said 3 words, okay, to that what I said. He said, is that all? And I think that's so powerful, because so what I said to him was, I'll give you £1 million as soon as you gave me the win ticket. And he said, is that all? I think if that isn't the answer to whether I should have got that ticket, I don't think there could have been a clearer answer than that right there to whether I should have bought that ticket. And if I was not about to exchange the money, the cash was in his hand, and we sort of exchanged that talk straight after, I would have not bought it. I would have stopped it right there, and I would have said, you know what, mate, I don't want it, because it sickened me when I heard that. And it's not to mean nothing against the lad. He was a lovely guy. I don't mean he's a bad person. I don't mean that at all. He was a lovely guy. I just mean it solidified everything that I realized beforehand about the pain and the issues and the problems, the nicer problems that it would create if I won. And it really made me think, and it made me dwell on it. And I was like, I don't want to win. And again, you believe me or not, whether you believe that I don't want to win £95 million, because it's £95 million, but I honestly didn't want to win it. And I feel that's a number of things. One is because of the issues and how it just got confirmed, the issues that it would create. And I have, and this is a big takeaway I'm going to say to this video, is I have a fascination with learning. And again, take it how you want that. I genuinely am fascinated by learning. For example, I hate numbers, okay? Numbers just don't work with me. But I started doing my accounts recently, and I love it. And that is the weirdest thing. It's probably the best example right now for me, because I, just like most people I think, hate dealing with numbers, except for accountants. Hate dealing with numbers. Let me just make sure that's clear. And I've started doing my accounts, and I honestly love it. And it's because I'm learning. It's something new. There's things that are popping off in my mind that's different because there's no habit to it. Everything I'm really having to think, and I really enjoy it because I have a fascination for learning. And if I suddenly had this £95 million, I wouldn't have that journey of learning because I probably wouldn't go into work again. No, I don't know. I mean, I do love what I do, but realistically, if I had 95 million in my account, would I get up in the morning? I don't know. If I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't. But I don't know. Maybe I would. I don't know until I had it. I couldn't really give you that answer. But I'm not going to bullshit you. So I won't be able to have that journey of learning and understanding the appreciation of money and really growing my wealth and my success because it would just be all thrown on me at once. And I think these facts really, really cement in for me. These 3 facts that I found online. So here's 3 lottery facts. According to multiple studies, about 70% of all lottery winners, 70%, so only 30% out of this, 70% of all lottery winners end up going broke and filing for bankruptcy. So 70% of them are broke and file for bankruptcy. Okay, about 1% of lottery winners will go bankrupt every single year. 1% every single year. And in recent study of lottery winners, in recent study of lottery winners, only 55% of them felt like they were happier after winning the lottery than before it. So 55% of them, only 55% of them felt like they were actually happier by winning it than before it. And 43% said their money had no effect on their emotions, on their happiness. So 43% said there's no effect on their happiness. That's nearly half. Yet, no doubt, still 80 to 90% of the people that watch this video and around the world who get involved in the lottery would still argue this. And I think people are always going to argue this until they get through it. It's like one of those things. Before I knew my father was right, I was telling my son he was wrong. It's such a powerful quote that my dad always says it to me. He loves it. And I love it as well because it's so true. And it's a shame that people have to go through the experience, but at the end of the day, we learn from failure. We can be told things over and over and over again, and I go to meetups and I have light bulb moments and I'm told things and I go, wow, that doesn't make sense. But still sometimes I don't implement them because I think sometimes you just need that experience to sort of get a slap in the face of reality sometimes. And you might see it as a shame that we have to go through that of, oh, it's a waste of time because they told you 10 years ago, 10 months ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. But at the end of the day, that's creating us who we are. And I feel like the whole process, again, that learning process, is going to make you into a better person in the end run. So my overall opinion on will it make you happier is no. You may disagree and that's fine, but I honestly don't believe that this will make you happier. And the best thing for you to understand this better is go to my video that I did. I think it was like 3 or 4 videos. I'll link it at the end of this video. I literally explained to you in a really good model that I got taken through in one of my meetups, explaining exactly why an increase in finance will not make you happier. It's the most simple model and way of explaining why money does not make you happy. It's really simple and you can understand it straight away first time you watch it. And that really opened my eyes to really understand why money doesn't make you happy like that. So just go, you'll see the video at the end of this. Interestingly, this lotto, no one actually won it. And now it's gone to £101 million. So no doubt more people will enter next time. I believe I'm happy that I didn't win it. Again, people may argue that, but I honestly believe I'm humble and happy that I didn't win it, because I have that fascination for learning, that journey to my success, to my millions, my billions, and I will get there. I'm fascinated with that journey, that learning, that successful learning. I just want to learn. Gary Vee is always promoting, be obsessed with the learning, be obsessed with the journey, and that's what I am. I honestly love it. I love meeting the people on the way. I love learning from people. I love learning from everything. I love failing. I love learning. It's just a fascination. And that's my biggest takeaway for you today, is learn to become obsessed with the journey, become obsessed with learning. If you become obsessed with learning, then you'll appreciate learning and appreciate failure as an integral part to it. And if you appreciate that failure is an integral part to it, that is one of the most important things in going forward as an entrepreneur and in business, because one, you're not going to allow failure to affect your ego, because a lot of people, when they fail, it affects their ego, their image, and you can start bullshitting yourself a lot because you're better than that. You got a better ego, you got a better image than that, because you don't fail, you went rubbish. The second you get this obsession with learning, you'll understand that failure is an integral part to it, and you'll be successful and you'll learn, and your company and life will excel 10x. Another one is appreciate what you have at all times. I think that's so crucial. Wherever you are, from down to the dumps, from the poorest to the highest, always appreciate where you are, because I believe in any instant like that, it can go. Whether it's going from the rich to the poor, or go from the poor to the rich, any instance is going to go up or down. Anything can happen in business, anything can happen in life. So always appreciate where you are at all times, be obsessed with learning, and don't focus on money bringing you the happiness in life. Don't go into business because money is your main driver. Don't put all your hours and time into something because all you're looking for is for some financial gain that's going to bring you happiness. Yes, financial gain happiness allows us to have stability and security, which is brilliant. But don't have that as your 100% focus that's going to bring you and your family happiness, because it will not. You have to understand how to work and integrate it with life. Life and work is one. You have to integrate it and find a way that allows it to have a great relationship, and happiness will stem from that, and money will be a result from it, and you'll gain much more happiness from that. That's my piece, guys. I hope it wasn't too preachy. I really got into this one. It was quite interesting, actually. I felt quite natural doing that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know there's going to be a lot of yes and a lot of either side of the argument, which I would expect. I would expect that. But look up the facts, listen to the video, maybe go over it again, and really think about what I'm saying, and then make your own decision. And at the end of the day, your decision is your decision, and I completely respect that. But yeah, just judge it up and see what you think, because it'd be really interesting to see. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I know I did. I've got a really exciting interview coming out tomorrow. That is with Becky Boyd, the social media geek. She's a social media genius. And I had a wonderful interview. I think it was about 20 minutes. It was quite a long interview, actually. She was really, really nice to give me that amount of time. It was a wonderful interview. She's so lovely as well. She is really nice. And that will come out tomorrow. So that's going to be a really fun one, because I've not done actually an interview specifically on just social media marketing. And we didn't change it. We just focused on everything social media, why you should use it, what businesses should use it, how you can use it, how you can monetize it. We did everything. So it's a really, really, really killer interview, and that'll come out tomorrow on the channel. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please do subscribe to my channel where you are now, at Scott Mears, my Twitter at ScottMears_, my Facebook at Scott Mears Entrepreneur, and what I need to remember now, my Instagram. Yes, guys, I have an Instagram now. I've done 2 posts, and that's at Scott Mears Entrepreneur. I might change it, but it's currently that, at Scott Mears Entrepreneur. So follow that as well, please, because I need the followers, because I've got 2 posts on it. But anyway, this was Day to Day Scott. The best way to predict the future is create. Go out there, create your future. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely night, should I say. And we'll see you in the interview tomorrow. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.